So it's all good. Well, and I was looking down at my phone waiting for you to come in, and I got swept away in whatever I was doing for a couple minutes, and I looked up. I'm like, all right, this is not like her. Let me go to LinkedIn. She's probably messaged me.
So sorry. So sorry.
That's okay.
Thank thank you for your patience with me. I have to chuckle because I just have to keep reminding myself not to compare myself. I was doing the live with Drew Taylor the other night, and
Oh,
he
nice. Yeah,
he said,
I didn't know that, but I saw your post about prayers for a web stream. So I was like, I wonder if she's doing another deal. So I said a quick prayer for you.
thank you so much, because you know all of what we went through. I said, okay, I got wise. I said, I'm asking for intercession on this thing. And it worked. It was a smooth,
Nice. Good.
no hiccups, but
Well,
he helped me get it connected to Zoom. And we did it like probably within 5 minutes of going live. He did it, I should say, not we, he.
yeah.
But like, I'm like, this kid speed reads through all, I mean, he was just like, everything super fast. And I said, okay, you just gonna have to accept the fact that you are a baby boomer.
Yep.
You were
Yep.
not raised on this stuff. This stuff is like
Nope.
crack cocaine for you.
Too
Oh,
much. Too
so
much.
it's okay. It's okay.
That's okay. You're right.
It's
Good.
okay. I'm still do my thing though.
That absolutely, absolutely. Well, and I love. I actually, it's something that I have come to see in you that you've already had the whole time, but just your posture of, oh, like you're not keeping up with the Joneses, and like I see what I need to do. I know how to do it now, and I'm going to start. I'm not going to allow the pressure of those around me uh change me, or in a wrong way, like pressure me, or
Mhm.
do the things that I know that are outside of my current capabilities. I'm just gonna do it in the way that is sustainable, not hurry up quick and learn how to be a millennial, and then all of a sudden now I'm somebody who I'm not supposed to be.
Right. That's it. That's it. It's an evolution. Let me tell you, Chaz, this thing is I'm the one that's getting trained. You know what? Truth be told, this whole thing might, in God's mind, this all might be under my transfer.
It is. You're the like, you only have like this piece of it, and I only have like this piece of it.
Right.
And it's not even that much more, but I can tell you, I I was already ready to be a coach and help people when I started my coaching business. But I'll
Mm,
tell you, today versus then,
mm.
I'm a completely different person. And
Wow.
that's what happens when you're constantly thinking differently for your clients.
Yeah.
There's a tree going down. Is that bothering to you? No, you
Nope.
can't hear it. Okay, good. All right, good. I'm
I'm
sitting
good.
outside enjoying some fresh air. So I was like,
It looks beautiful. Good
yeah,
weather there, huh?
yeah. It's, I don't know, 70, maybe 68, 70. It's just nice enough to be outside and not have to be inside the whole time. So
Sweet, sweet, sweet.
cool. So anyway, I'm excited for your well, it's the journey of becoming bulletproof, right?
Yes, it is. And it's working. It's
Good,
working.
good. Well, tell me about the
I
last couple
wouldn't
of
say
weeks.
bulletproof. I'm at the stage of maybe like Teflon. I don't know if I'm
Well, hey, there's stages, and I would even say that the very definition of what it means to become bulletproof is that you're never actually immortal, right? A
Mhm.
bulletproof vest doesn't mean that you still can't die.
Right, right,
It
true.
just means that you're better protected. You're a better person. You're a stronger person. You've leveled up. Yeah,
That's a good definition. I love it.
yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
becoming bulletproof.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so tell me about the last couple of weeks. What have you been up to? What's the activity looking like? What's the results?
Okay.
That type of a thing.
Okay. So truthfully, straight up, no chaser. I have been really focused on, just what's the word? Sharpening my content and making it match who I say I am and what I say I do.
Okay. Yep.
And that really has been a process. And it takes time. It's amazing to me, but it has taken me time because I'm building this thing from the inside out. And so it's me discovering who I am and what I mean, I already know all that stuff,
But saying it is
putting
different.
it into language that I can speak with clarity and all that stuff is a process.
Yes. Yep.
And it's not an overnight process for me personally. So I have landed today. I think I want to share this with you. And I mean, we could spend as much time as you think on it. You know, I'm still working out that whole offer and presentation, or the presentation and the offer
Yeah.
process, but I think I've landed on something that I can live with and that comes through with some clarity.
Yep.
And I would love for you to just give me your candid, honest, straight up, you know, gin on the rocks, no check, you know, just woo,
Let's
opinion about it. And then, yeah, and then that's really kind of where I am. The group keeps growing, and that's exciting. I know all those people that are in there obviously are not clients. I mean, they're all potential clients, but I know only a certain number of them will actually be converted into real clients. And I'm still in that process of, you know, but I had to put the process of trying to, for lack of better words, convert them into clients until I got the clarity on the language and everything. I just, you know.
Yeah, it makes you feel stronger about what it is that you're
confident. And you posted today about confidence, and it's all about that. And for me, until I had that really crystal clear, and you know, I know you could go either way. You could just put it out there. And I mean, because I can coach you, but I don't know why. I just needed that cart to go before the horse and have that in place and make that solid. And I'm ready. I feel like I'm ready to pull the trigger though. I've got another live coming up on the 20th. I practiced a call to action in the video with Drew, where I at least said, you know, put coach in the comments if you want to receive my free, you know, my I can't even think
lead
of what
magnet.
that thing. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. And so that was my, you know, my attempt at a call to action. And also if they wanted to join the Facebook group, and I got 3 people that joined right after the live. So there's movement. Do you know what I'm saying? There's more. The group itself is coming more to life, because at first everybody was just kind of like, and most of the people still are scrolling, but at least there's some people that are starting to show a pulse, and that's exciting. And one young man that just joined, and I don't know him, I prospected him out of the cyber world, and he came in and he was like, wow, there's so much energy, and, you know, and that made me feel really good that he felt that. And we don't know each other, so he's not feeding off of our relationship, he's just feeding off of the vibe in the group. And so that was exciting.
That's awesome. Those are some great wins.
Yeah, so that's what's been happening. So, but I am definitely, I want to, in this next live, I do want to, and my, what's that thing called? My qualifying page on I can never say it. Calendly is working and it's set up. And so I'm ready to go ahead and pull the trigger and
get some appointments.
Get some business going on in here, because God knows I need some money.
Yes. I love it. Okay. Well, let's transition into the language that you've come up with. I'm curious to hear what you got there.
Let me share my little screen with you here. Host disabled participant screening. What the? Oh, because it's you. Okay, can you please?
Yeah, I just gave it to you.
Okay. Okay, let me find the right box, Chaz. Me and my 120,000 boxes.
Oh, Lord. I believe it or not, I'm the same way.
Ooh, okay, here's my box. And you gave me permission to share. And so click, bam.
Okay.
Okay, now this is in written form, right? This isn't how I would present it in living form, but I think you let me make it bigger. I think you'll be able to get the heartbeat of
Cool.
where I'm going. So
Can you read it to me? Not that I can't read,
yes,
but I
I
want to
would
hear your
love to.
tone saying it. Yeah.
Okay, so this is my I could actually turn this into a video too. So I said, have you ever gone to a buffet? Everything you could possibly want is enticingly laid out before your eyes, right? But choosing from the a la carte menu offers you the self-control and the well-being you're committed to. As a transformation coach, I want to invite you not to a buffet where you feel overwhelmed by the very sight of so much to choose from, but rather to an a la carte customized coaching experience designed just for you. True transformation comes when we get crystal clear about who and where you are now, who and where you want to be. And that should say, and who and where you want to be. Then, as your coach, I'll help you get traction to take action. My
Oh, I love
aim,
that. Oh, I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it.
love it, love it, love it. That's my little catchphrase. And I
And
don't know.
honestly, that should be like the name of your lives. Basically, with your lives, you're basically doing podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
So you should just start calling it the Traction to Action podcast or Traction to Action Live. And then
Okay.
you start weaving this into your story and your content of traction to
Okay.
traction to action, traction to take action.
That's my thing.
Yeah, I love it. Keep going.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, it's catchy and it's short and sweet and
Yep.
it says what it is. Okay, so my aim is to provide you with the support, encouragement, and accountability essential for the results you desire most at the deepest level possible so that you receive sustained change.
Mm.
My program makes plenty of room for the practical side of life, but true transformation ultimately is about mindset and clear next steps. As a transformation coach, I'm here to assist you in reaching an outcome based on what you determine is most important to you. I will partner with you to discover more of who you are, as well as solutions to your issues, known and unknown. Looking back at my own journey, the words that started it all were be transformed. I've created a program that embodies 3 areas of transformation: your identity, your purpose, and I don't know if I'm going to use the word legacy or destiny there, but it'll be one or the other, your legacy or your destiny.
Okay.
If you've started your transformation,
They're different. They're completely different.
they're completely different, right?
Yeah. Okay, because destiny would be more of like it impacts the individual. Legacy would be what you're leaving behind, and so I think destiny probably makes more sense because it's a personalized situation. Although legacy could mean something, I think destiny is probably the better fitted word there.
Better fit for here. And we probably, and see, that's where I was wrestling so much because transformation is so massive. And
Right.
I mean, you can transform anything on any level can be transformed, right?
Yep.
And so that's why that's why it took me so long to try to distill this down to, and because we started off and you said you need to have one offer. And I'm like, okay, how do I pull all of this into one offer?
Right. Now,
And
everything that you have said is amazing. And I want to give you some additional, before we move on, I want to give you some additional thoughts and potentially what you could add here.
Okay.
So everything that you have said is very much your high level, right? And so if you remember going back to the coaching I gave to you on what the presentation includes, the first thing it includes is the high level, the overview. So you would say, hey, John, okay, so I think we're going to be a great fit. Thank you for sharing all that. Some of that's really personal and invulnerable. Thank you for sharing that. Let me tell you how my program works because I think we're going to be a great fit. And then you transition into the presentation and you give this overview, which is all of this kind of like not super detailed, but I'm telling you that I'm going to help you transform like you're doing right now. And so the 3 areas of transformation, your identity, your purpose, and your destiny, what we need to be able to do is then circle back around and go, so you gave them the overview and you're like, okay, any questions on the overview before I get into just a little bit more detail? They're like, no, that sounds really great. And you go, okay, you remember how I told you we have 3 areas of transformation: identity, purpose, and legacy? What's up? You want to say hi? It's Viola.
Is this
Hi.
Jackson. You would have met her at a single moms event years ago.
How are you doing?
I'm so well, and I'm so happy to virtually meet your beautiful self.
Well, thank you. You as well. I've heard your voice
Yes.
a couple of times when I've walked by the room. So
Oh boy, that I'm telling you, I don't know where I was just the other day, and somebody said, I heard your voice. They didn't even see me. They said, I knew that voice.
Yeah.
it's good. That's a good thing.
Yep.
Oh, look at your beautiful.
Oh, they're all
girl.
coming out now. I'm sitting outside. They're all
Oh,
coming to say hi.
your family is so beautiful, Chaz. You are one blessed man.
Thank you very much. Guys, go inside. Go inside. All right. Okay.
Where's little man today?
Oh, he's napping right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I told you we're in the transition house here. And this is the first day I've been here. I've been going to my office. But all of my calls today were like edible associated or people like you that they're my clients, but I have like a friendship with as well. And so I was like, I'm going to sit on the porch.
Heck yeah. Even if I wasn't your friend, I'd still be sitting on the porch.
Yeah, right. Okay, so back to what I was saying, 3 areas of transformation. I think that those, because they're so big, what you're saying, this transformation, I'm trying to wrap my head around, how are you going to help me with my identity, my purpose, and my destiny? That sounds nice, makes me feel all warm and fuzzy, but what does that look like? And so I think it gives you a great opportunity for you to circle back at the end of this and go, real quick, I'm not going to give you the details of the entire, like exactly what we're going to do in every session, but just to give you a little teaser, to help you with your identity, we do X, Y, Z. To help you with your purpose, we do X, Y, Z. To help you with your destiny, just to make it practical.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah, and because we have specific tools, coaching tools for each one of those, and we use a baseline assessment to determine how much you already know about who you are and where the holes are. Basically,
even knowing the fact that there's an assessment I'm going to take makes the whole thing sound very like fluffy in the clouds. This sounds good. This is a life coach transformation. Like it sounds good, but I'm uncertain to. Oh, there's an assessment that sounds real, professional. Like, oh, okay. She knows what she's doing. She didn't just decide to turn on Zoom and become a transformational coach.
Right. And actually somebody messaged me the other day, and after I did the live, they said, I feel like I need help with my purpose. Like, so they pinpointed that she's ghosted me since then, because not ghosted me. She didn't ghost me, but she's like, oh, I had another meeting come up and blah, blah, blah. So I'm still pursuing her, but I didn't want to sound like I had commission breath either. So I'm just
waiting. That's right.
But I think whatever I had said led her to generated thought about, oh, I don't really know what my purpose is.
Exactly. Cool.
So slowly but surely, but yes. So come back around and just kind of.
Yeah, like just put a scroll down here for a second. Actually, let me just
more.
Where am I?
Can you see that?
You're started your transformation journey and want to eat from an a la carte menu where you're building book commerce. Okay, so you wouldn't say any of that. So it's going to be key question. Do you know who you are? How well? Okay, cool. So yeah,
that's just extra for me.
Yeah, that's fine. So I've created a program. Yeah, so it's actually right below that. It's beautiful. So no, sorry, below what I was saying there, the 3 transformational areas. So you say, okay, John, and here's. I'm doing this again more so for the recording, because I know you're going to go back. Scroll up just a little bit here, and I know you were just reading it to me, but when you present, the way that you say things is how it hits home to them, right? So you would, even if I was just trying to read it, I know you were just plainly reading it, but my program makes plenty of room on the practical side. Yeah. Because I know transformation can. Oh, I lost my spot here.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I was trying to make it bigger for you.
That's okay. So John, my program makes plenty of room for the practical side, right? I know a lot of transformational stuff might seem, kind of up in the clouds a little bit of the feel good, but for true transformation, ultimately, it's about mindset and clear steps. We got to know how to think about you, yourself, your situation, and what to do next. Right. So as a transformational coach, I'm here to assist you in reaching the outcome that you have determined most important, right? So I
Right.
just want to be a partner with you, not only to discover more of who you are, but to find the solutions to the issues that you're having that you know, and even the ones that are unknown. All right.
Mhm.
So looking back on my own journey, like the words that really got me started in this whole thing was be transformed. And so I know that seems like a little bit out here a little bit. So I want to bring it down into a little bit of like, so you can see kind of how we do this.
Mm.
So, John, before I move on with kind of how we do this, any questions on transformation through mindset and clear next steps? Are you following me so far? He's
Mm.
like, yeah, sounds great. Perfect.
Mm.
So I've created a program specifically that embodies 3 areas of transformation. Okay.
Mm.
Number 1, your identity. Number 2, your purpose. And number 3, your destiny. Okay. Now you might seem like some of those kind of sound the same. How do they interweave together? Maybe they're different. And so here's what we do. Not to give you all the juice in one squeeze here. I want to give you just a little bit so that you can understand how the program's going to work. Over the 12 weeks when we work together, we're going to specifically go through assessments and specific tools that are going to help me identify or help me, I don't want to use identify in identity, help me XYZ with your identity.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to your purpose, we're going to do X, Y, and Z, which is going to give us really insight to your destiny, because that's going to be the ultimate result here is not only just the transformation of who you are as an individual, but as we're doing that, you're going to have practical, clear steps to be able to get through some of these knotted areas in your life. And you're going to know exactly what to do in those areas right now.
Mm-hmm.
So what I wanted to give to you in that language was the fluffy, feel good, transform, change, grow, ambiguous, never ending, I don't know when it stops or starts thing, to I'm going to analyze your life, who you are, the problems that you're having, and I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do in your life to have success. And it's the marrying of those two things.
Yeah. I feel ya. I feel ya. I like it. I like it.
Cool. Okay. So what's below this? And I know it's just information for you, but what would you write below this?
Yeah. Right there. And so and with different personalities, because some personalities like the fluffy feel good. And some personalities absolutely just want to get down to the hardcore, what am I going to get out of this? What is this going to do for me?
Right.
What am I going to be able to walk away with? What am I paying $3,000 for?
Right. Well, and even the fluffy feel good, and that's why you want to do both, right? And I know you know that. Even the folks that are more fluffy feel good, they still need to understand through the fluffy feel good, you're going to have a partner, you're going to have someone to walk with. I'm going to bring you the encouragement. I'm going to bring you accountability. Like those still like fluffy words.
Yeah.
But it's the result of what the fluffy feel good does for them.
Right. And and it helps with the qualifying questions before I get on that call with them, for me to kind of feel which personality I'm dealing with. You know what I mean?
100%. 100%. Good. Okay. And so what's here below this? Is just notes for you?
That's just me. Sure. Yeah. Okay. But and that's because I was trying to get at questions that get at the pain point.
Right.
And so these are just sample questions when I'm in the initial prospecting part at the beginning, where I'm just like I just said hello and I'm getting to know the person in the messenger or the text or whatever, right?
Yep.
So yeah, not like right off the bat, but eventually I would ask them a question like, so where do you want to be in your life? And where are you now? And, what's stopping you from getting there? Those kinds of questions that help me be able to draw out of them what their pain point is.
That's right. Good.
So that's why I put those down there, just for my own reminder.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Cool. So I mean, I know it seems so simple, but
simple is good.
Yeah. That's what I mean, it was like really having to bring it all down. And I saw this post that this lady made, and she was using that analogy of the buffet and the a la carte. And I was like, oh my gosh, that so fits. Why? Because that's what it's been like. It's been like standing. I hate buffets, by the way. The only buffet that I even will eat at is the Italian one. What's it called? Cinzetti's. I'll go to Cinzetti's. But I hate, but like any other kind of buffet that you can think of, I don't even like walking in the door. It's just something about it that's overwhelming. It almost is so overwhelming, it grosses me out.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that honestly, the language that you have there, you know, a la carte, depending upon how young your person is,
Oh,
that may not, you may have to change that language.
okay.
And you may just have to say, pick what you want.
Okay. Okay.
Right. Rather than being offered everything, you walk in and we hand select
And
the,
so,
the specific things that are best for you and for your experience.
okay.
Yeah. And I mean, not that I don't think a la carte's bad, but depending upon how young.
Right. Some people be like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, it's like this. Although it never ceases to amaze me, like even my Gen Zers, my son, I mean, you got like they are into retro. So a lot of times they know stuff about our, like, which is funny to me. I'm like, how do you know that song? And it's like, 40-year-old song, and they like have it in their playlist and stuff. I'm like, what?
That's funny. Exactly. Well, I'll tell you this too. The a la carte, a la carte, hand select. Oh shoot, it just left me. I apologize.
It'll come back.
Yep, it will.
Bring it back, Holy Spirit.
Oh, yep, there it is. Okay, so, and because you follow it right here with customized coaching experience designed just for you, which this might even be like a better not that buffet and a la carte isn't good. I like it. Okay. But it's like the difference of a buffet and Ruth's Chris.
Oh, snap.
Right.
Right.
And here's what I like specifically, because you don't have like the items that are given to you at a Ruth's Chris are not offered at a buffet, right?
No, sure enough ain't.
No. And so what that means is that a buffet is not only overwhelming, but it's just a spread of like average. And so when we can get more customized, when we can hand select what it is that you want, we can spend the time like an upscale steakhouse, and we can spend the time on that piece of steak. So that way, when it comes out, it's exactly what you're looking for.
I love it. Because
that actually fits the millennial kind of younger. It's like they're looking and they're willing to pay for an experience as opposed to quantity. They're being full at a buffet. They would rather have an experience and still be a little bit hungry at the end.
And be able to say on Facebook, I ate at Ruth Chris tonight.
Literally.
With pictures.
100%.
Yep, you got that right. Quality experience versus quantity.
Right.
Okay, that's beautiful.
Or quantity, or like think general education versus skilled worker or something like that.
Okay, got you. I feel what you're saying. That's beautiful. I love it. I identify with that. Shoot. Ruth Chris, I'm there.
Literally, I'm all the way there.
And they do, because they bring the steak out before they cook it, and they let you look at it, and you can pick which cut you want, and it's just all that.
Right. That's right. It's the whole experience.
It's the whole experience. It sure is. And then the whole wine thing they do, and then the dessert comes out, and you get to pick that. Everything is hand selected.
Yep. The last thing that you don't have to write this down, but what you're doing by also talking about Ruth's Chris, because in essence, what you're doing is that you're comparing you and your coaching to a Ruth's Chris experience.
Mhm.
Do I go to Ruth Chris expecting a quality experience and not pay?
Oh, no,
So
you and
I'm
tip, pay and tip.
exactly, pay and tip. So now you're already you're pre-framing them to think experience, high quality. I'm willing to pay high prices. And so when you drop a $3,000 price on them, it doesn't seem that big of a deal because we've been talking about a high quality, hand selected, specific coaching experience that's going to literally help you walk through not just the transformation of who you are and your identity, but specific steps for you to be able to walk through into life so that you can become successful.
Yeah, I love it. Woo, I'm so glad this is on a recording. Yay. That's
Yep.
good stuff.
Yep.
That's
Take it back, transcribe, boom, it's yours.
that's good stuff right there.
Okay, well, good.
Mhm.
All right, well, let's talk about anything else regarding this, or did you want to transition to anything else you've been working on?
Transition to what?
Anything else that you've been working on that you wanted to?
This has been the main thing. This
Good.
has been really the main thing. And I think once yeah, I just think I can take this and use it. Like I said, I can create a video to present myself. I can use it in my one-on-one with people in the way that you just gave me the wonderful example of how to use the language, in a
Yep.
conversation.
You
Yeah, I
might think
think
too. Think in like list form. I did. This was not an idea of mine, and it really helped me. It was actually an employee of mine, Brianna. You know Brianna.
yeah, that girl is fire. Dang, that girl
She's
is
on it.
fire.
Yeah, she's on it. And so she was like, hey, so I need you to create more videos. I'm like, I know. I'm not outgoing. Okay, I get it. I'd rather just be behind the scenes, but she's like, okay, so what do I need to do to help you? And I'm like, okay, well, if you created a list of just topics that you thought would be helpful, I'll just start going down the list. And so I think if you did that for yourself, even if she had said, like, if she wasn't working for me and I didn't make her make the list, and I had someone say, make a list of topics. And so when you think of things like, this is your story right here. This is how you're going to help them transform through a customized experience through these 3 specific engaging transformational areas. But when you think of life and issues and pain points and just topics that people deal with in life or struggle with in life, just brain dump, just all these topics, if you will.
Yep.
And what that'll do is you start speaking on that specific topic, but with this lens.
Got you. The transformation of whatever the topic is.
Yeah. And so, okay, so give me right now, like off the top of your head, what is a topic that would be relevant to speak on when it comes to life transformation, walking forward, stuff like that?
Yeah. The thing that I think people struggle with is fear is a big one. Fear of success, fear of failure, fear of man.
Okay. So you're gonna have, so even that one, like that you've got subtopics. So you've got fear as a topic, and then underneath that, you've got all these fear of this, fear of that, fear of this, and you're gonna make a video on each one about what, just kind of how you feel about it. And it's not that necessarily you're speaking about this language in the video, but you've got it in, this is now who you are as a coach, and this is the language that you speak in. Customized experience, getting you to understand exactly what you need to understand, the transformational areas, like you kind of have those in your mind. And so that way, when you're talking about this topic of fear, these things come out in the topic of fear. And then long term, what you do, V, is like these videos, they become modules for people to go through potentially. Right? There's little quick videos to be able to watch, and you've got a platform where I can log in and I can watch all of these videos on fear.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Because that's a big one that keeps people stuck or holds them back from being transformed, from being able to move forward. And I mean, it sounds general, but it's very real.
Yep, 100%. And you can even go super practical, like the loss of a family member, death in the family.
Yep.
and then do a video, just your, 5-10 minutes of your thoughts through
Mm.
this lens on, you know, again, or if you remember, tell them what to do, not how to do it. Right. So, man, I remember when I lost so and so, and man, it's hard to lead other people or become a transformational leader, whatever the language is that you're using when you go through loss. And how do you deal with loss and grief? Or I don't know that video. I don't know that language. That's your language. But you understand what I'm saying?
Huh?
Do you understand what I'm saying on that?
Yeah, I do understand what you're saying. I love it. I love the idea of it too. And it helps me I'm not a very compartmental person, so it's helping me compartmentalize the concept of doing these videos, which is good. So that's really helpful.
Good. Okay. What do you think that you need, since you said you got your seatbelt on and you're ready? What do you think that you need to focus on right now in order to go get that first client? Because that kind of sounds like where you're at.
What was the last sentence you said?
It sounds like where you're at is to go get that first client.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
what do you need?
Yeah, what do I need? That's a great question. What do I need besides confidence and courage? And I think I feel like I have that.
Yeah.
This, I feel like a lot more confident. So I need to practice this. I need to print this out. I need to practice it multiple times. I need to make somebody sit down with me and be my pretend client and and role play this until it just flows more natural. Because there's a lot of, it's kind of condensed language, you know what I mean?
Right. Yep.
And I want to be able to say it smoothly, authentically, naturally. It's all what's in my heart, but I just want it to come out naturally.
Yep. I understand completely. And you're right. You do need to role play it.
Yep. So I'm gonna find I'm gonna recruit somebody. I already have the person in mind. I already asked. It's my ex-husband. He's been in sales for 30 years, and he has not a warm or fuzzy bone in his being. So if I can sell him, I can sell anybody.
That's right. That's good.
And he's super candid and very negative. And so if I get a kudo from him,
right,
it's the real deal.
Yep. I love your confidence going into that, because I think a lot of people would stay away from a person like that.
Well, I divorced him. But he's good for, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Sorry, but I had to say.
No, that's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Woo. But we're good now, though. We're good now. We're cool.
Yeah,
And
you
I mean,
adults.
and I appreciate his personality for who he is and what he is. And I see the benefits of it too. You know, not the person to be married to, but like for business. Woo.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's great. Well, and
So that's my action step right there. I'm going to recruit him on this Sunday because that's his day off. And I'll be ready. I'm going to get myself ready. I'm going to print this out. I'm going to practice between now and Sunday in the mirror and all that, or get me like a little stuffed animal or somebody to talk to. Yeah. And then on Sunday, I'm going to be ready to because he also you can't waste his time. So I have to
be on it.
Yeah, so I have to be ready to shoot.
Well, so here's what are you going to do it on Zoom, or are you going to do it in person?
How do we? I think I got him on Zoom. He's not the most technically savvy person, but yeah, I'm gonna ask him to do Zoom with me.
As I say, if you record it, then just email it, and I'll have either myself or Brianna look at it and give you some feedback.
Okay, that'll be awesome. It'll be fun. You guys will be entertained.
Yeah, well, I mean, at the end of the day, some helpful critiques would be beneficial.
Yeah, no, and I got the Teflon going, so you can shoot straight.
That's awesome.
You can shoot straight. I'm here to grow. I'm here to learn.
Right.
I mean, yeah, I like the pats on the back and I need encouragement, but I need right now, I just need people to just keep it real with me. Like and if you get a chance to see Drew's video and you
I'll go
have
back.
any like feedback, like next time, do this, do that.
Good idea.
That's me.
That's a good idea. I'll go back because I didn't actually see it. So that right there tells you though, someone like me didn't even see the post.
Mm.
And so that's how often, like, it's okay to post, it's okay to repost, it's okay to stay engaged. The other thing that I was going to think of too, that might be a good action item for you, since you've got, I think you just crossed over 100 members, right?
I have 113, I think.
Nice. Cool. Well, so you might just start sending them each a DM just to start a conversation.
I have.
Good.
That's time consuming, but yeah, that's been part of my connecting. And
Good.
I've been engaging. How are you? What's up? Da, 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 da. It just is time consuming, but it's absolutely. And what I learned from it was now as people come in, especially the people that I either don't know at all and or people that I haven't connected with, I'm going to do that right when they come in.
Yep.
Versus trying to go back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. Well, good. And so on those conversations that you're having, remember that the point of the message isn't actually to connect. Yes, to connect, be real, be genuine. But the point of the message is to schedule a sales call.
Right.
Like you gotta have your business owner hat on, not your coach hat on.
Right.
Coach hat on. They haven't paid for that yet. So it doesn't mean that you don't add value in the group or add value in the conversation. It just means that in your brain, the point of me messaging this person is to lead them to, hey, do you think it would make sense to jump on a call and talk about these things that you're having issues with and see how maybe my coaching program might be able to help you?
Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna
And
work
so
on that.
go to that messenger and think of, like, just look at the messages that you're having at the conversations and just ask yourself, okay, which ones of these do I need to just go ahead and ask? Hey, based on our conversation, I was thinking that maybe a conversation over Zoom might be helpful. Obviously, I'm a transformational coach, you know that. And so if you felt like genuinely there's a couple of areas in your life that a partner or a coach would be able to help you with, I would love to entertain that conversation.
Okay.
And you just straight up ask for it.
Okay, that's a good action step right there. I got 2 action steps.
Yeah, because I mean, if you got 113 members, you're probably having at least 20 conversations. You've had more, obviously, but I think that, I mean, if you really wanted to, you could probably generate 5 calls in the next week.
Okay.
That might be kind of
Jesus, come on.
And I don't know if you close any of those, but
yeah, but it got to start somewhere.
Got to start somewhere.
Yep, that's a true statement. Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
Well, good. Yep. Okay. Well, anything else on your list here for today that you felt like, here's what I need in order to move forward? We've got a little bit of general stuff that we can still go over in our sessions that we have left here, but we've gotten all the way through the sales process for the most part. I know I kind of skipped through it quickly last time, just so you have it on the recording, but we can, until you really have clients and are building your back end, there's not really like the effort that you're doing right now. This is exactly what you should be doing.
It's the hard part. It's the frog part, but it's the part that I have to do, Chaz. And I know I've been slow at it, but I feel it feels productive.
Good.
To me. It does feel productive, and it's really helpful to have the accountability. Knowing that I'm going to be on a call with you today, like that puts I need accountability. Like there are some people that are wired to just hold. My oldest son.
Nope.
He just puts fire under himself and he just gets it done. He's just amazing. And he's always been that way. But me, I actually need to know, oh, somebody's watching. Somebody's going to ask me a question about this. I don't know. I just need that. So.
Yep. It's that super left of the line D. You're just like, Out here to party, girl.
I think see, you said the key word. That's what happened when I was in college. There was no accountability. So guess where I was?
Hey-o.
Hey, oh,
That's right.
where I was, because there was no accountability.
Right. Well, and the cool part about the restoration for that in you is that now you get to do that for other
Yes,
people.
yes, I love it.
Very cool. Okay, well, B, it's been a pleasure getting back with you. I've been looking forward to this meeting. I know since we had bumped a couple right before I left, and then I was gone, and so it's been
How
exciting.
did that go? Did you shoot anything?
I didn't, unfortunately,
Okay.
but we got close a couple of times, and I'll tell you, have you ever heard an elk bugle? Okay, so after we get done here, go to YouTube and just type in elk bugle. But it sounds kind of like a musical scream. Like this is like it's like a cow, like 1,000-pound animal,
Yeah.
with huge antlers, and he's like,
Right. Wow.
anyway, it gets really loud, as you can imagine. You can probably hear it from 3, 4, 500 yards away.
Wow.
And we got in.
What makes them do that?
Well, that's like their that's just the way that they make noise. That's the way that they talk.
Oh,
So it's not like he's doing it for any specific reason.
okay.
It is, the reason is that he's talking to either the cows or the other bulls. It's their mating season.
Okay. They trying to hook up.
They're trying to hook up. So this one bull I had, he was at about 90 yards, and we're bow and arrow. So I mean, rifle, he would have been dead. But bow and arrow, I got to be within 50 yards basically. And so I can see him. He's got about 6 or 7 cows, and he's like barking at his cows, like growling almost, like stay here, don't move, don't go anywhere. And then there's this other bull over here who clearly there's a cow in heat over here because I can hear some cow calls, and he sounds bigger. I haven't seen him, but he sounds bigger.
Right.
This guy over here, he's got some cows, and he's coming over, so I can see him come over, and then I can't see him anymore because he's over here near this other bull, and he's bugling to try to get to steal this cow who's in heat. Like, hey, come over to me. Don't leave that guy. Come over to me. And then this guy bugles like, hey, basically, you get out of here. I'm gonna come fight you. And hey, cow that's in heat, you stay here. I'm about to breed you. And so this goes back and forth for a while. And I got within probably 10 to 20 yards of this loud one over here, this big one. I couldn't see him, but they got these big antlers.
Yeah.
And he's raking a tree.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what they do, but he's raking a tree with his antlers, and I can feel the earth moving. This is such a big animal.
Holy cow.
And then he bugles and just it just like about blows my hat off. I'm on the other side of the tree basically. I never get to see him.
Yeah.
But the other one that I could see, I got within about 40 yards, and then the shot just didn't work out. So
But you were like in the middle of National Geographic though.
Yes.
Holy cannoli.
Yes. And that's really what I mean. If I learned this from my dad, of course, but if you go hunt unto specifically only killing, you're better off taking a rifle. You're better off going to like a high fence hunt where like you go and they just kind of like they're there and you just shoot one.
Yeah.
This is like real deal hunting. I slept on the ground in a mummy sleeping bag for 10 days. It got down to 18 degrees at night. You wake up in the morning, you got your 40-pound pack, you travel 3, 4, 5 miles to chase these elk, and then you come back and you do it all. We're eating, we're like warming up water, and we're filtering water from the creek, or not even from the creek, from the stream.
Wow.
It was the real deal. So that's part of elk hunting, really, is the experience.
That's an experience, a memorable lifetime experience.
Yep.
Where specifically did you guys go?
We were in Idaho. So
Idaho.
Yeah, southeast corner, basically that butts up right up against Utah to the south, and then Wyoming to the east.
Ooh, I bet it's beautiful.
It was about an hour south west of Teton National Park.
Okay. Ooh.
And that's kind of where we normally hunt, is closer to that in Wyoming.
Okay.
And yeah, so it was fun to be in a different area that we've never been. My dad's been there once before, but I had never been there. So to go in the area and be able to have that.
Wow.
Yep.
That's precious. Well, thank you for sharing. I was just like living vicariously through you telling the story. That's amazing.
Yeah. Well, it was a good time, and of course, always good time with my dad. So
Right. More bonding.
yeah, exactly. So it's just an awesome time for us to be able to, continue even the father son deal, because we became friends first, as you know,
Right,
and
right.
then father son.
Right. Wow. Tremendous. What a
Yep, exactly.
story. What a story. Well, listen, I appreciate you. I thank
Yep.
God for you. And I will tag what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tag you in the video so it'll be easy for you to find it.
Oh, perfect. That'd be great. And I'll definitely watch it and get back to you. And then when you do the video on Sunday, just send it over via email, and me and Bree will take a look at it for you.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Bless you.
See ya. Blessings.
Bye-bye.